All right. So you guys ready for my Hamilton rant or what? All right. I'm stupid, but I'm stupid crazy for British Columbia, well, specifically Kelowna, which is located in the Okanagan. I call it the Brokanagan because there's no other place I'd rather be broke than in the Brokanagan. You get what I'm saying with this? And it's fucking bullshit. I know. I get it. I get it. But this is what starts my fucking Hamilton rant. Now, I love the people of Hamilton. I love my people, the people that I knew and respected and grew up with. I love these hardworking fucking people. They're the fucking most amazing people that I've ever fucking been blessed to know. But only so many of you have gotten the fuck out. Jesus Christ. I was 24 when I got out. I ended up, well, not initially. I mean, I did join the military when I was like 17. So I got to travel in northern Ontario, even very close to the Quebec border. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I did well there. And then in 1997, I was going to school in Mississauga. So technically, I got out of Hamilton, right? I was out of Hamilton, if you want to think about it. So I was out of Hamilton. And I'm going to some stupid ass school that doesn't even fucking exist today. My certification means fuck all. I think I paid for it through EI. Or did I pay for it or did you pay for it? I don't know. I think you paid for it. But I paid for it in a different fucking way, in a different light. In terms of my soul, and in terms of how I live, my fucking God, it was horrible. It was horrible. I lived on the side of the Highway 10 here, Ontario Street, at the cusp between Mississauga and Brampton, and it was some fucking stupid tech school that if you try to find them today, they don't exist because they're not even some. No, for fuck's sakes. I did learn the skills, but only because I'm a little bit smarter than the rest of the fucking assholes that were in my class. And I mean, fuck, I did the exact same thing, exact same repeat thing that I did when I was in fucking grade 8. No, grade 8. No, grade 10. Sorry. Grade 10, computers. I'm arguing with the fucking teacher, and the teacher's telling me that he, knows what's going on with this and that and the next thing. And I'm like, oh, you just learned this fucking shit last night in your fucking goddamn teacher school, didn't you? At first he didn't answer, but eventually he fucking came and he succumbed. He was like, yeah, I did. I fucking learned that shit in fucking teacher school. He didn't use that kind of language. And it was kind of, who the fuck is texting me now? Oh, I got a new fucking follower on SoundCloud. That's awesome. Thank you guys. I do appreciate that. But anyway, let me focus and get back to what I was talking about. Yeah, no, seriously. My teacher was a total absolute asshole. He was like learning this shit the night before and then trying to spew it out and telling us it's gospel. And it wasn't fucking gospel. It was an absolute fucking nightmare because I'm like, dude, I knew basic programming since I was 6 years old. I had a strange life. It's not your fault. It's nobody's fault here in this fucking room, but it is the fault of the goddamn school system that you have to go through this and witness this fucking embarrassment because I'm sorry, I'm an asshole. And I was a total dick. Anyway, I took all 18 modules of the goddamn course in 2 weeks and just combine them into one program. Because, okay. For you guys who don't know what programming is about, it's about writing a sequence of statements in a programming language to achieve a result. So it's like, okay, sometimes you're going to take an input and provide that input as output. Or provide that input and that input gets processed and you get a different output. But you are in control and you program that shit. That's it. In a nutshell. So anyway, there's 18 modules of how to do this. You got for loops, this and that, and blah, blah, blah. I won't get into the goddamn specifics, but everybody's fudging through it, right? A couple weeks in, we're 3 modules in. I said, fuck it. I wrote all 18 modules into one single program that did all of the fucking entire semester's worth of work. I got bored. I said, fuck it. I'm just going to do that. Anyway, I ended up Still getting only 60% in fucking computers because I had really poor attendance. They hated my attendance. Yeah, the school did. However, I was standing around I got exempted from the actual examination. I helped the teacher write the examination for the other students, and I still got a 60% because of my attendance. Now, fast forward, I have no idea what the hell that had to do with my Hamilton rant, but that's how I lived, and that's how I started out in Hamilton, and then suddenly decided I gotta get the fuck out of here. Oh yeah, right. And then I went to Mississauga and I took the C++ program and blah blah blah. And I lived in a tent on the side of Highway 10 here on Terrace Street, which is actually a whole story in and of itself. So I will get into that at another point. However, so I got my eyes set on Kitchener-Waterloo, and I do believe I was about 24 at the time, give or take, maybe 23. I don't know. What year was that? 1999. That would put me at exactly 25. 25? 25? 1999? Born in 74? Fuck me. I was 25. Jesus crying out loud. I was that old. So anyway, so I ended up moving out there and started up a business. But all the while, as I did it, I was very public about it. And a lot of my friends back home didn't care much for it. I mean, my good friends egged me on, and they told me to keep on going. Please don't get me wrong. But man, it was a bit weird, right? And it took me a long time to go back to Hamilton. In fact, when I did go back to Hamilton, it was only because I went back to Toronto first, lived there for a few years, and then went back to Hamilton because one of my old bosses decided to move me there. Now, this is going back only to 2006. We're in 2018 now, and I'm living in Kelowna, British Columbia. How did I end up here? Well, an airplane brought me here in 2011. But prior to all this, I watched 90% of my friends, if not 95% of my friends, bitch and rant and rave about how shitty Hamilton is, but none of them actually did anything to leave. And it broke my fucking heart. It broke my heart. I was always told you got to lead from the front. You know, you got to lead by example. Now, I'm not the best example because I'm actually a piece of shit. I'm an alcoholic, and I smoke, and I don't pull my weight when it comes to work and shit. Mind you, I do work a lot on other things, but those things aren't what's paying the rent. So you know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, my point is that I had my heart broken when I first realized that I was able to do something like step outside of the realm that you were living in. Other people couldn't do the same thing. Now, of course, I thought about the fact that a lot of these people might be roped into relationships. They got kids. They're trying to pay down mortgages that they won't be able to pay. And this is prior to 2008, by the way. But I mean, at the same time, it's like I didn't connect with those people. I didn't. I absolutely didn't. I also didn't connect with those people when I went to Mexico for 2 years and traveled the world twice. I did not connect with those people. I only connected with the people that wished me well. Now, is that selfish? I guess it is. I guess it is in a roundabout way. How do I achieve my motivation? It's about surrounding myself with people, either virtually or physically, with the good intentions of trying to get away from your paradigm. Now, I mean, of course, if you're a family person and you have a paradigm, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. You don't want to leave that. I was given the lucky bit where I don't have that issue, and I don't know. Um, I look at my friends in Hamilton and I say, you know your own backyard, and I know most of the people that I know in Hamilton know their own backyard, and I'm just trying to say that you can branch out. You can branch out. You can go further. You can go outside that backyard. Um, it's not hard. If a ghetto kid like me from your hometown can do it, believe me, you can do it too. I don't know if it's an extrovert versus introvert kind of a thing. I don't know if I just went after it and just did my own thing where I had the freedom to do so comes into play, but well, I guess that's what it is, right? But everybody has that. And even if you can't go too far, you can still go outside your own backyard just a little bit. Everybody has that ability and everybody has that power to feel something different from outside of where they are. And that's all I'm trying to express with this story. In my Hamilton rant, hey, I've traveled the world twice, but guess what? I'm still back where I started here in Canada. Not in Hamilton, but I'm still back where I started. And you can do the same, man. You can go out and you got to come back. You can do the same thing. It's all up to you. I'm getting all emotional now, but I just wanted to say this is another shit story from Robert J. Morris. Much love.